How are you? Can you hear me? Give me a 2 if you are able to hear me in the chat right now, because I am really, really excited about the conversation that we're gonna have today. As you can see, I'm super chill. I didn't like go all out to clean the background or anything like that. But today I want us to have a really real and in-depth conversation, right? And I want us to be able to speak freely because we are going to have a conversation about a hair shaft disorder that is very common, right? Very common. Give me a 5 in the chat if you were here for the last video that we did on the scientific name of single strand knots. Let me know if whether or not you were here for that one, because today we are going to go a little deeper. Okay, this is the hair shaft disorder that we are going to be dealing with today. Okay, good to know that you guys are in the building. Now, this video is so important to me today because I am a visual learner, and because I am a visual learner, I am also a visual teacher. So it is so great, right, for me to be able to give you guys visuals of the things that I am talking about. So today, this is the hair shaft disorder that we are talking about. Okay, Trichorrheis Nodosa. Trichorrheis Nodosa. It's always a tongue twister for me, but go ahead and screenshot this, and then just so it's in your memory as you're looking at it, go ahead and type it out. Okay, I'm giving people a chance to get in here because what we are going to do, we are going to react to a video together. Okay, we're going to be reacting to a video together because there are so many videos that I make, and most of the time, whenever I make a video about washing goals or team natural practices, a lot of people like to argue about it. But I feel like it's one thing for you to hear it from me, right? Because when I say it, it's almost like, okay, she's attacking us or she doesn't understand. But it's a whole nother thing, in my opinion, to show you guys what these patterns look like. Now, the video that we are about to watch together, right, is one that was uploaded by a YouTuber. So this is not drama in any way, shape, or form. I think that the woman that you are about to watch is an amazing example for women, period, as it pertains to getting out of the whole team natural thing. Because the video that we are about to watch together, right, she ends up seeing the different damage from all of her practices, which we'll talk about in a second. And then she ended up having a hair shaft disorder and going in to see a professional cosmetologist to handle it. Now, before we watch, I need you guys to take a screenshot of this. It is so important. It is so important. Please, if you are here right now, you are in class, baby. So take a screenshot right now because the video that we are about to watch, I need every last person in here, whether you're here right now or whether you're listening to this on watching this on replay, I need you to type in and then come back and make your edit later. I need you to have all of these hair shaft disorders in your phone. So when you see the hair shaft disorder, I want you to be able to point it out. Okay. So now we are going to head over to this video again. Let me say, as we are reacting to this video, I want to say that this woman is superwoman to me. Okay. And if everybody can have the type of accountability that this woman has, baby, the place that the world would be in would be a really good one. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and play her video. Okay. We're about to watch this together, even though I already watched it.
Hi guys, so today I am here to get my hair cut. I did not get to record anything beforehand, but I am going to try to record the process of me cutting my hair. Um, this cut is as a result of the damage, and I just need to get it off. I decided that I'm just gonna cut it and just see where it goes from there. But yeah, I am about to go get my hair cut, so I'll see you guys when I get inside and start cutting my hair. Shine bright up all night. I am going to be sharing in this video how I got to this point of having to big chop my hair. This is my hair before I started to go to see curly cut stylists that were trained by Cut It Kinky. My hair was nice and long, soft, and my curls.
So, really quick, as you guys know, for copyright, all that stuff, I'm going to be pausing through this, but let me say this. One of the biggest pet peeves that I've always had over the years, right? And you can go back in my older videos and research it. It has always been a pet peeve of mine when people are like, "Oh, I went to a natural trained hairstylist or a curly cut hairstylist." I said it 10 years ago, and I'm gonna say it again today. There is nothing in the State Board of Cosmetology that supports any of the things that they do in curly salons. So when somebody says, "Oh, they've had training for natural hair salons," it means that a woman just like me, or just like you, or a man just like anybody else listening to the sound of my voice, thought of a technique and had a brand. People trusted them, and then they trained a bunch of people, had a bunch of people paying them to learn the way that they did hair, and the technique went viral, and now it's a thing. Does that mean that it's something that's supported by science? Absolutely not in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to say that really quick. Now let's get back to
Were beautiful. My hair was very full and so much thicker with my prior routine of using deep conditioning treatments, leave-in conditioner, and gel stylers. Let's start at the beginning. So in April of 2023, I went to get my silk press, and that's where we first discovered there was a problem. We first thought the damage was exclusively because of the curly cuts, but boy, I am going to find out that it's not just the curly cuts, but it's the entire method that was damaging my hair.
the entire
So
method I'm
I
always
did the
complaining
no
about.
oils, no butter method or routine, or it's also called the 30-day hair detox. So I did this method to the T. I was partnered with a stylist, trained the no oils, no.
So really quick, I want to rewind this because I need you to hear what she said. She said that she thought that her damage came only from the curly cuts. No, that ain't it. Then she said that her patterns were a certain way. And I need you to listen to what she said. And then think about the things that I always talk again.
That it's not just the curly cuts, but it's the entire method that was damaging my hair. So I did the no oils, no butter method or routine, or it's also called the 30-day hair detox. So I did this method to the T. I was partnered with a stylist trained by their Cutty Kinky organization.
No
I
such
was
thing.
using the recommended products that
No
was
such thing.
recommended by my stylist. And this
No such
is
thing.
what happened to my hair listening to professional stylists. This was my hair after my stylist finished silk pressing my hair and trimming off the split ends that were at the end of my
She
hair.
is so
My hair
beautiful.
looked amazing after my stylist trimmed the split ends off the ends of my hair. This is my second cut. At this point, I still was unaware of how damaged my hair was. However, the change in cutting method did give me a fuller, better looking head of hair because it was removing the damaged ends. My hair was also not velcroing anymore from getting my straight.
So I also want you to note that she said that she got the ends cut. Now, so many people comment on my channel and say, like, okay, they got the ends cut, but no matter what, when they go back, their hair is still damaged. No matter what they do, most likely you have a hair shaft disorder. Having broken ends and a hair shaft disorder are completely different. And through the years, way back to rice water days, I told you guys you are killing your hair shaft and your hair follicles slowly by using things like apple cider vinegar, rice water, wet detangling, pre-pooing, which is something that was taken and out completely out of context, right? Because you're supposed to dry detangle with oil, but they flipped everything upside down and taught you to do it wet.
Cutting. I also, at this point, started to move away from wash and goes because I felt like they were hiding something. I felt like the gels were hiding something from me. This is my third haircut, and this is where I found out how damaged my hair really was.
You're
I
so
was talking
beautiful.
to Narada, and he mentioned it was a good idea to check my shed hair because it really can show what is going on in my own head of hair. And there it is.
So really quick, she just said that I guess it was her hairstylist or whoever told her to check the shed hairs. Check the hairs that are shedding out of her hair to see if she has a hair shaft disorder or to see what type of hair shaft disorder she has. Here are the hair strands that she pulled out. So yeah, upon looking at these, what do you see?
These are my shed hair, and it really shed light on how damaged my hair was. A week later, I went back for a second cut, but even
Hold on, I
hair,
want you to
and
see
there
these
it
again.
is.
I want you to see it up close. Take a screenshot.
These are my shed hair, and it really shed light on how damaged my hair
Oh my
was.
god, I'm
A
dropping
week
shit.
later, I went back for a second cut, but even with the second cut, my shed hair still shared that my hair was severely damaged. Not just the ends, but let's just say my hair had textbook splits all over in my head of hair. My hair was damaged to the roots, and there was nothing I could do to save my head of hair other than cutting my hair. My ends were so rough at this point that one of my girlfriend cut some more of my hair before I went in to get my big chop. Here we are. The final and the only resolution to the issue is to big chop the hair. My stylist could feel what I was referring to, the rough ends. So, what do I think caused this extreme damage to my hair? I believe it was the entire method. The harsh.
Now, before we go into this, I do want us to address something as it pertains to professional cosmetologists. I do not know the cosmetologist in this video. I do not know the woman who has made the video that I'm watching. When we get done, when this video is over, I'll add her channel and everything in the description box because I think all of y'all should go watch her channel and support her in her journey through accountability because y'all can be in this together. Okay, but I want you to look at her hairstylist and see that this woman is there doing her job. She is not jealous of her. She doesn't have a vendetta against her to cut her hair off because she's a black woman with thick hair. I want y'all to really see cosmetologists like her as your sisters that can really help you with things that you need. So completely take those blinders off, y'all. Like your sister is not your enemy. Some of them may be, but
Shampoos,
they're all
the
of
no
them are
leave
not.
in conditioners, the extremely hard holding gels, and then sitting underneath the dryer without any protection
I'm
of
gonna
a
do this
leave in
again.
condition. I believe it was the entire method, the harsh shampoos, the no leave in conditioners, the extremely hard holding gels, and then sitting underneath the dryer without any protection of a leave in conditioner. I feel like all these things together played a major role in
Because I also want y'all to remember that was a whole fad. No leave-in conditioner, that was a thing.
how damaged my hair became. What are some things that you can look out for if you are practicing this method? If you are doing this method and you're experiencing webbing, Velcro ends, this is your hair telling you there is a problem and that something is needed. The webbing is a cause of severe dryness. So if your hair is webbing, it could be a sign that your hair is already severely damaged. If you have been getting curly cuts exclusively, I would highly suggest that you get your hair assessed.
Hmm.
You can also do analysis of your hair by picking up your shed hair and looking to see if there's splits on those
Or
hair.
you could just
Not
get a trim every
everyone
2 weeks
wants
and then you
to
don't got to
big
worry
chop
about
their
it.
hair. It's not a very nice thing to big chop your hair. It's not a very nice feeling. It's something you have to get used to. So if you are someone who do not want to big chop your hair, I highly suggest that you probably put some form of bond treatments on your hair if you find that you do have
She's so
damage
pretty. She
and
got such a
you're
beautiful
just
face.
not feeling it to cut your hair off. The bond treatments are going to help you to maintain the integrity of the hair, but it's not going to fix the problem. The bond treatment is just basically putting a band-aid on the hair. That's basically what the bond treatment is going to be doing for you. I do highly suggest that you do look at the shampoos you're using and maybe find something milder than the recommended shampoos and start
Shampoo don't got
using
nothing to do
those.
with it. It's all
I
the Team
also
Natural
highly
hacks, but
suggest that you start deep conditioning your hair, even though people might say, oh, it's not necessary. For type 4 hair, it might be
okay.
necessary that you
So
do it
from
at least
there, we're
once a
going to
month.
go here because at this point you can like don't get me wrong, I am here for it. I am here for the accountability and I love it so much. Like I love it so much, but
Hi guys, my name
even
is
in the
Rosie and I'll
midst
be
of
speaking
the
to you today.
accountability, I really do want you guys to look at different patterns and look at different routines. So, if we were to go on her channel over the years, if you go back to like the oldest videos, it's all curly cuts, it's all the wash and goes and the twist outs and the detangling the hair with conditioner. It's all of the Team Natural stuff, like all of it. So this isn't to say anything bad about the creator in this video because I think it is so
Hi guys.
amazing for her to
Hi
have this
guys.
type of
So today,
accountability. I'm just gonna take it to the end so you guys can see how her hair turned out. But I just think it's amazing the type of accountability that she has. But I think it is because of I know that it is the lack of accountability that keeps so many Black women in bondage because regardless of what anybody has to say, y'all Team Natural stuff has not been working. It has not.
hair. After this haircut hair, I did go back and cut my hair 3 more times to get rid of more damage that I was seeing. And honestly, with this damage, to be 100% positive the damage is gone is to shave your head of hair. I am still nervous that there is damage on the top part of my hair where I've left so much hair. So this is, I would say, day kind of two, but mainly day one of me like dealing with my hair.
Girl, you look so
I
beautiful. Like,
literally was
girl.
hating it. Like, I do feel like I could go a little shorter on the top. Like, if I went down a little shorter, I would be okay too. But
That would be
it
cute. And it'll
reminded
get the
me
rest
of
of the
big
damage
chop the
off.
first time, and I hated it. But I'm learning to like it. Day two, and I feel much better with my hair.
You're so
I hate big
pretty.
chops. Like I said to myself, I wouldn't do it again, but I literally could not live with my hair feeling the way it felt originally from that damage from the BGC method. So I definitely had to just change some things up. But this is my hair. I did go back in and have my hair cut 3 other times just to be certain that
You're
I
so
got all the
beautiful.
damage off my hair.
She looks so pretty. Hold on, guys. Let me exit out of this. Okay, so how do you guys feel about that video? Let's talk about it really quick. And then we're going to jump into hair shaft disorders. Let's hop into hair shaft disorders. Yeah, is this the one that you see? Which hair shaft disorder did you guys just see in that video? I'm going to go back to our slides. And then we're going to start talking about trichorrhexis because that is the hair shaft disorder that we are talking about today. But which one do you see? Which one resembles the things that you saw in this video? Obviously, you're not going to be able to know looking directly at this, but what exactly, right? Which hair shaft disorder is this that you see? And the reason that I want to have this conversation is we need to figure out why it is why it is that we are constantly arguing and we constantly want to fight to stay in the dark. Why? Because yeah, we had a whole like during the whole teen natural thing. Oh, do this to your hair, do this to your hair, do this to your hair. Like everybody was doing it and everybody was making the videos. But how many of the videos are you seeing now of the damage, right? People aren't really talking about the damage. And when they do talk about the damage, they're bringing up the fact that it's hereditary, right? Uh, or it came from a certain shampoo, or it's a certain product line that caused the damage. But nobody's actually taking accountability for the place that we're in. So again, let's be honest. Like, do we have anybody in here who can be accountable, right? And say that they can really say that they've seen themselves in that place. Let's see. Which ones you said 1 or 5? Yes. Okay. So number one is the one that we are going over today. And number one was one of the many hair shaft disorders that she had. She had number one, and you are right. Number one and number five, you are really, really good. You have good eyeballs. Okay. So those were the two hair shaft disorders that she was suffering from. And what I do, not only am I a cosmetologist, but my specialty is hair shaft disorders, right? And when your specialty is hair shaft disorders, you have to know the causes and the effects, right? So the reason that I'm saying no wash and goes, no twist outs, no this, no that is because it's what I do and I understand. I'm lifting my shirt. It's what I understand. It's what I do. So I understand the cause and the effect, right? And so when I make videos, I'm making videos trying to get you guys to avoid the things that cause the balding, that cause these different hair shaft disorders. So it's really, really good. You said 1 and 5. So let's hop into this really quick just so you guys can see the way that these hair shaft disorders are developed. All right. So this is something that I really, really, really want us to make sure that we are not ignoring. I want to make sure that it's something that you guys are not constantly getting so overly offended by. Like we should not be in a place where we cannot have conversations about hair without you getting so mad that you want to fight or you getting so upset. It doesn't make sense. Like it's something that I've done my whole life. Like at one point, hair was dependent on if whether or not I ate, if whether or not my lights were coming on or off. So it makes sense for me to be upset and all out of arms for stuff as it pertains to the hair industry. But it don't make no sense for nobody else too, guys. It doesn't make any sense for anybody to be like that. Sorry, guys, I got new tools, so I got an old person voice and a little weird voice. Like we going anyway, but this is something that I really want everybody to get to. I want you to be able to get past the offense. I want you to be able to get past the places where you can't have conversations with each other without being upset. Like And the thing is, most of the time, the reason that I get so much frustration from people when they're over here, excuse me, is because you have been led here by a dusty energy. So dismiss that dusty energy. You don't gotta be on like that over here. If you're confused about something, ask me. I will explain and I will give you the facts for you to go research for yourself. Okay? What stinks is at first you might really think that these methods work because of the way products make your hair look. But when you finally look and set and stretch your hair out, it's awful. And that's what I've been trying to explain to y'all. Y'all gotta realize they've been like, oh, do the lock method, layer products on top of the hair. So that way you can have the appearance of healthy hair. But we're talking about trichorrhexis today, right? Trichorrhexis today. I always put an N in there. It's too many letters. This is that one of the hair shaft disorders that she has. She had multiple hair shaft disorders at one time. You could imagine that if you put 3, 4 layers of products on top of hair and just set under the dryer and let your hair remain swollen, you can really be under the misconception that you have healthy hair when you really don't. And that is the problem that most people have because they're under this illusion that their hair is so healthy, right? And then you go in to see a professional cosmetologist or you go in to see a professional, right? And then they give you a detox and they remove all of those layers of product that you had and then peep game. The cuticle of your hair shaft is what's protecting the cortex. The cortex of your hair shaft is where the melanin lives, right? So when you get a flat iron, I'm spraying a polymer, which is the heat protectant on the hair shaft to reflect and repel the heat. So that way your hair is only using the heat to straighten it and is not holding anything within itself. But guess what? If you come to a professional cosmetologist and they are not a trichologist, meaning they do not have the tools to look deep into your hair shaft, which is not what you booked. Uh-huh, right? If they don't have the ability to look into your hair shaft, they're gonna detox your hair shaft, getting all of the gook off your hair, all the gook off your scalp like they're supposed to. Then they're gonna flat iron your hair and you're gonna instantly have heat damage. That's why within the 7 day challenge, I teach everybody like do roller sets first. If you're just joining the 7 day challenge and your hair you've been following team natural practices for 10 years, or you've been following team natural practices for 4 years, the last thing you need to do is pick up a flat iron. Why? Because most likely you have holes and slits within your hair shaft. So if you guys want to go over Trichorrhexis Nodosa, give me a 5 in the chat, and then we're going to read through it. We're going to go over it, and I'm going to give you guys some reasoning behind why it could be something that you are dealing with. And I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Like, how is everybody so far? How is everybody feeling in the place? I'm so glad I came to your channel by accident. Oh, it's no such thing as accident. You were supposed to be here. You were supposed to be here. Alignment. You was probably like, Lord, I'm so sick of all of this BS, Lord. God's like, don't worry about it, I got you. And then the Lord steps fooling me around with the algorithm. That's what happened. Mine was trichinodosis. So would you assume? So I would assume I hate myself for stretching my hair, but I have to because of this disorder. It's crazy to me that, and this is the thing, I don't care what anybody says, any black woman that's walking around saying that black women do not love themselves because they decide to keep their hair stretched is a woman who does not love herself. And she is using you as a mirror and is bouncing off of you. She's putting on you the way that she sees herself. Any woman that says that you don't love yourself as a black woman because you stretch your hair is a black woman who only loves herself when her hair is curly. That is a woman who has found her divinity in the way that she wears her hair. Point blank. Period. So a woman who only finds her sovereignty in her hair is the same woman who is going to look at a woman who hasn't found her, who doesn't see her sovereignty in her hair, as somebody who's lacking something. as somebody who is out of something. And that's just not how it goes. That's crazy. And the thing is, my dad used to always tell me a word never received is a word never spoken. So just imagine if everybody starts ignoring the women the black women who tell other black women that they don't love themselves because they stretch their hair. For example, white women who wear their hair blonde. Only about 5% of white women actually have net, probably lower than that. I think it's like 2.5. Only 2.5% of white women have naturally blonde hair. Most white women are natural brunettes. You don't see white women looking at each other like, you don't want to be black. You're not proud to be a black woman. I mean, you're not proud to be a white woman because we're brunettes and you get perms. You're not proud. Only black women do that to each other. But a word never received is a word never spoken. So imagine if you push that energy back to the person who sent it to you, it would stop mattering. It would. It really would. Okay, so we about to hop into it, and then we're gonna head off of here because I'm about to get some chicken. Okay. So I'm gonna take myself off of the screen real quick, just so we can get through this as we are going. If you have any questions, please ask them. Okay, as we're going. Oh, sorry. Wait. I told a story. There are comments that I didn't see on the bottom, and I'm here for you, girl. So wait. If I'm honest, it took a lot to go natural. I thought you were promoting the opposite, and I was mad that you didn't appreciate the self-love journey, forcing me to move backwards. But that's the thing. It's like, do you really love yourself if the only time you can find self-love is if your hair looks a certain way? Do you really love yourself? Because what happens if you lose your hair? Where's your divinity and sovereignty? That's not self-love. Self-love, loving self is learning everything about self, pros and cons, and learning how to make sure that your hair gets to its fullest potential, regardless of the way that you feel. Self-love, and I know that's not what you're saying. You just sharing with me where you were in your experience, and I appreciate you. But it's such a good topic to bring up because that's not self-love. How are you really loving yourself if you only love yourself if you only love yourself if your hair is one way? Why does it take you seeing your hair curly for you to love yourself? That's the problem. And that's why black women are so easily marketed to. That's why you can constantly just make up shit and just throw it at black women and they're gonna eat it up because their divinity and sovereignty is limited to the way that they see themselves when they look in the mirror. And that is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous to me, and I had to get over it. And I'm telling you that it is ridiculous to you too. Because what happens if something happens and you got to shave your head? What if something happens to somebody in your family that you love and you decide to show support for them and shaving your head too? Are you now no longer a sovereign being? Are you now no longer loved by creation because you shaved your head? It's idiotic. It is. It is. I find wearing my hair straight most of the time. I get less breakage. Yeah, and that's whatever works best for you. Brainwash slash sleep. Yes, and it's on purpose. It's on purpose. Just like everybody talking about Diddy or Chris Brown and whatever the boy name is, beefing. It is a distraction. Everybody been on Diddy wasn't about nothing forever, but it's a distraction. Whatever they can distract you with black women, they don't need to distract y'all with nothing. All they gotta do is release a new product, and it's all anybody's talking about. Nobody cares about anything anymore. Yeah, they will break out that Clairol in a minute. I love Clairol. I feel bad because I taught my son wrong, thinking it was safe and nourishing. I have to help. Mhm. Reteach my son, yeah, it's okay. But when we know better, we do better. To me, the problem is when we get so prideful and stuck in our ways that we get offended when somebody tells us that we don't know what we're talking about is something that we spend no time learning. If like I remember I had a consultation with a client and she's a dentist. And so I said I thought one thing about like a certain thing about what you call it, not so fluoride, right? I thought a certain thing about fluoride while we were on the phone. And me and her are the same age, and she's a dentist with her own practice. And then when I told her what I thought about fluoride, she said, well, can I tell you something? And what she told me, I researched myself and I took it in. I didn't argue with her. You know why? Being a specialist on the human hair shaft and the human scalp has nothing to do with the human tooth. You hear me? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So it was no reason for me to go back and forth, but for whatever reason in our minds, we think that we can argue and go back and forth with people about things we have no recollection about. And what happens is when you become a part of somebody else's simulation, like people who come on my channel and they talking and they talking crap and they're coming here because somebody that made a video about me brought them here. You're just a sim, a part of somebody else's simulation. Think for yourself. Period. Think for yourself. Okay. That's why I fucks with you. That's why I fucks with you, listen, bro. That's why some other colleges are telling women to stop relaxing their hair. They're obsessed with getting women to go natural because you know why? Because it's a big money grab. If y'all stop going natural, do y'all understand how much fucking money people lose? Do you understand? I don't think you understand how much of a dent you put in people's pockets when y'all stop this teen natural shit. I don't think you understand. Why do you think they fight so hard? Why do you think they're so mad when I make a video? Because you're fucking up. You're messing with their bottom line. If you, most of y'all are buying 5, 6, 7, 8 products, 5, 6, 7, 8 products just to do your hair for one day out of the week. Y'all use it in multiple days, and you rebuying those products a couple of times a month. Thousands of y'all are doing that. Millions of y'all are doing that. These videos have millions of views. Millions of you guys are doing that. So of course, like of course. It's a big old money grab, baby. Okay, so let me go back up here. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. Trichorrhexis. Trichorrhexis. I keep my mouth, my tongue wants to do again. Trichorrhexis nodosa. Okay. So when we're talking about this hair shaft disorder, this is a hair shaft disorder characterized by weak points in the hair shaft, leading to the formation of nodes or nodules within the hair shaft. Now, here are 6 characteristics of this hair shaft disorder that do not involve heat or chemicals. Okay. Now, the reason that I'm saying that it doesn't involve heat or chemicals is because most people went natural for what 2 reasons. It is not a rhetorical question. I do not want to put words in people's mouths. I want you to say the words out loud to yourself or type them so we can have this conversation together. I'm not talking you into anything. I purposely have this on the screen so you can take the screenshot that you need to go do the research yourself. So when people are like, I'm gonna debunk sin, debunk these nuts because there's nothing to debunk. Go research hair shaft disorders for yourself. Okay? Trichorrheis Mechanical damage. Excessive brushing, combing, or styling, especially done aggressively or with harsh tools, can weaken the hair shaft and continue and contribute to the formation of nodes. Now, when we're talking about hair that is combed properly and things of that nature, what you don't understand is when you're doing something properly or improperly, it is all surrounded by the state of the thing that you're manipulating. For example, if you are dealing with some paper, right? Some tissue paper, or not even tissue paper. If you are an artist, right? If you're a photographer and you are developing your own photos, there's a certain point where you don't touch the photo. There's a certain point where that paper is so fragile to the touch that you will ruin the entire photo if you touch it, right? It's the same thing with hair. It is a certain point where you have to make sure that if you're using tension and pulling and tugging and things of that nature, it has to be done when the hair is at its strongest point. And the hair should not be manipulated that much. If the bond is set initially, then once you style your hair on wash day, you don't touch your hair again. But if you are doing practices that cause you to re-wet and retwist your hair on a daily basis, to re-add gel, to re-add oils and butters and serums and oils every day, and edge control every day to style your hair before you go to work, this is when you cause different hair shaft disorders. And this is one of the main reasons why most naturals now that are going in to get different treatments now that they're tired of being natural are experiencing excessive damage. And again, one of the main things that people want to do when they're tired of being natural is get a relaxer, baby girl, baby boy. No, no, no. Because most naturals have either trichorrhexis or they have trichornodosa. So if you have either one of these hair shaft disorders and you just run in to get a relaxer, you're gonna make the problem 10 times worse than it already is. Number two, traction alopecia, prolonged or repeated tension to the hair follicles too often due to tight hairstyles like braids or ponytails or extensions can lead to this hair shaft disorder. Most people think that because something is labeled as a protective style that it means that it's good for your hair. Some people think that just because their hair is braided up and under a wig that it's safe. Some people think that just because they've been wearing crochet braids all the time for the last 6 or 7 years that their hair is okay. It's not true. And this is when I say that it takes anywhere between 6 months to 25 years for things to show up because certain hair shaft disorders, and there are hundreds of them, hundreds, okay? There are so many different hair shaft disorders, and they all take anywhere between 6 months to 25 years to show up. Why do you think everybody's getting the breakage at the same time? Everybody's been doing the same practices for the same amount of time. Everybody's had the blinders on for the same amount of time. Y'all have been being blind and being like hung upside down to get all of the money shaken out of y'all pockets for over a decade. And whenever somebody tries to tap on your shoulder and tell you, hey, they playing you, don't do that, don't do this, you fight. You're so free that you choose change. And the majority of cosmetologists have allowed you guys to choose change. Number four is going to be hair manipulation, twisting and pulling or excessive handling of the hair can cause damage and weaken the hair shaft, making it more susceptible to nodules. Number four, nutritional deficiency. Inadequate intake of essential nutrients, particularly proteins and minerals like iron and zinc, can compromise the hair shaft and contribute to the development of trichornodosis or Trichorrheis Nodosa. Okay. Number five, gentle predisposition. Some individuals may have, listen, an inherited tendency towards weak hair shaft, making it more prone to a condition like this. Now, when they say that, that means that your habits, the habits that you've been following your whole life, the habits your mother's been following your whole life, all of the habits that you've been following have led to this. And most of the time, these doctors have no idea what practices you guys have been following. Most people go in and say, hey, I have XYZ going on with my hair. I don't know why. I tried everything. Yeah, and we're gonna get to that in the video coming really soon, but that's not about we're talking about the hair shift. Number six, medical conditions. Okay. Certain medical conditions, such as hypothyroidism or malnutrition or certain eating disorders, can affect the hair structure. So, this is something that's really important too. There are some cases in which you can develop hair shaft disorders from your diet. So this is why I always say that we're doing this holistically, right? We're hitting it from all angles. So we're hitting it from the internal. We're hitting it from our practices. We're hitting it from the things that we do externally, the products that we use, all of these different things, you guys. So these are things that I really want you to get. And before we move along, I want to know where we are, right? GP, are you with me? Where is everybody? We are going to hop into some of these comments just to see. It's so much bigger than here. Thanks a lot. And the thing is this, and I just want, especially you, boo, especially you. I want people to be honest, like especially ones who have left like the team natural rhetoric. Can you agree with me in saying that you have so much mental space now? Like the mental capacity that you now have for other things, the time that you now have to spend on other things is immense. Like you're no longer spending hours upon hours, like looking at videos and getting your emotions all riled up. Like, y'all stop letting people rile your emotions up about fucking hair. Why are we getting mad enough to argue with each other about freaking hair? Seriously? Seriously? Why? Why? It makes no sense for you. The people that you're watching, it makes so much sense for them. You know why? It's their bottom line. They're making money. Every click, every view, every like, everything that they say, they're making money. I don't give a shit. People can make whatever video they want to make about me. Because you know what happens? They make the video, you come over here, you watch me for yourself. And if you're not a hater, if you're not a part of their simulation, you start thinking for yourself and you be like, you know what? Actually, what she's saying actually makes a bunch of sense. So I don't care. I'm talking about this. We're having this conversation for you. I want you to take the blinders off. Stop being a part of somebody else's simulation and make your own. Stop being a puppy. Why are y'all so easily used as puppets to be gang members for people? Look, attack is dumb. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. The only thing you can do is cut it off, right? Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm always so intense saying, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. It's not because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to cause an uproar. No, your hair shaft is not like your skin. You messed up like you just randomly try a facial product on your skin and it break your skin off. It's like, okay, whatever. One day it's gonna be okay. One day my skin is gonna be broken off no more. Excuse me, I'm gonna get over it. My skin gonna heal up and it's gonna be like it never happened. Your hair is not like that. Your hair is just like your nails. When a nail breaks, it is broken. It don't matter how much glue you put on it. Eventually, when the glue wears off, it's going to break your hair shaft. It's the same exact way. It's the same exact way. So yes, once your end split, that is it. And this hair shaft disorder is one that I was trying to warn people and prevent people from getting years ago. When I made that YouTube video and I said, stop using rice water, you killing your hair shaft slowly. That's what I mean. Because in the videos, they show, oh, use the rice water and rinse it out. Let me explain something to you. When you put a live living organism in your hair, it never dies. It is not dead. Especially you put rice water in your hair and then you don't even use regular shampoo. You don't even use shampoo that's strong enough to kill the bacteria that is overpopulated on the scalp. And then now in 2024, women want to know why Black women are the leading causes of hair follicle disorders right now in the US. Look back at the patterns, look back at the routine. And that's why we're doing this today. I want you to look back at the patterns and routine. They went natural to run from heat and chemicals because they believe Satan lives in the blow dryers and the flat irons. Yes, that's where the devil is, in the blow dryer and the flat iron. And that is the thing that's gonna keep you from getting in heaven. But if you go to the pearly gates and your hair is straight, God's gonna be like, you're not proud. Get your ass from over here. Get from over here. Get your ass from over here. Go. No, God's not gonna do that. We really think God's gonna you Cynthia, you got your hair straight. Like, I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Are we freaking serious right now? I want us to really get ourselves together. I don't care what anyone says. You are the only one showing the facts. Listen, from the root. Look, I listen. And it is what it is. Look, these videos live forever. They live forever. And guess what? I'm not even gonna give it 5 years. By the end of 2024, the beginning of 2025, all everything that was hidden is gonna be on the surface, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Sin, I'm sorry." And I'm gonna be like, "Keep that same energy, baby. It's good. It's okay. It's okay." If you put your hair in a French braid and wear a wig, is it okay to comb your hair at the end? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. It's only a problem when you have the wig on like for 6 months straight and you don't take it off. That happens. I swear to God, there are women who will braid their hair for a wig and won't wash their hair or take those braids out for like 4 or 5 months. And I'm saying it because I did it for a living. The Hairshaft disorder must be controlled. Yes. Yes. 100%. You need to completely make sure the Hairshaft disorder is gone, period, before you do anything to the Hairshaft. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I'll see you in this place, Taylor Boo. I'll see you here, baby. I'm gonna make you a moderator later. You're supposed to be a moderator already. I keep forgetting. I see so many things differently. It's so simple. And that's what I'm saying. It's so simplistic, like the way, even I think that's why sometimes whenever we're having videos and stuff and we're talking, and then I get so many people that are like, oh my God, Sam, like, what do you think about this product? What do you think about that product? It annoys me because products are so insignificant. Like the weight that women have on shampoo and conditioner is so crazy to me. Like, I don't know any professional cosmetologist that puts that much weight on shampoo and conditioner the way that y'all have in the natural community. Like, it is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is crazy. Seeing something like I might want to be gangster grandma again. Hmm. That's why I started listening to you because I didn't like videos about rice water and thought that was insane. One day I was looking at your videos. I appreciate you. So so when brushing hair and you see really small pieces of hair, it looks like the ends of my hair in the sink bowl. Problem. I still have a routine, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, like when I say, "What's wrong, baby?" It's okay. Come here. What's wrong? Go ahead. Just close the door. Um, they just have y'all really at this mental place where y'all are so freaked out about regular things. The average person loses anywhere between 55 to 155 strands a day. I need you to remember that these 55 to 155 strands that you are losing are anywhere between like 2 to 7 years old. The human hair growth cycle is about 7 years. They're not falling out in long pieces. It'll fall out like with little pieces. Like you're not losing whole strands. There will be small little pieces. You shouldn't even be. Why are you looking at it like that? Could you imagine, like, it all anytime somebody says this, it always reminds me of Tia and Tamera, right? And whichever one just got divorced, right? I was watching one of her videos, and her 2 younger brothers were on there, and she asked them one of the questions she asked them was like, "Oh, what is our most interesting memory," right? Or what is the one memory that you remember from your childhood? And both of the brothers looked at each other and was like, there was hair everywhere. There was hair everywhere. It was hair everywhere. That's what her brother said, right? What does that mean that Tia and Tamara had unhealthy hair? No, you lose 55 to 100 strands a day. They weren't long pieces of hair. They may have been short little pieces. And then if you are a person who's just now combing your hair for the first time in 3 or 4 years, yeah, you're gonna notice a little bit of breakage. You haven't been combing your hair. Your hair shaft is weak. It needs to be strengthened. It needs a new pattern and a new routine. But like y'all, like you're going to see pieces. Every piece that is falling out of your head is not going to be this long. No, you're losing 55 to 155 strands a day. And the strands and pieces that fall out are 7 to 8 years old. So if pieces have been falling out a little bit every day for 7 years, it's not going to be one long strand. If it was, you should be worried. If you have 55 to 155 strands this long falling out of your head every day, you would be really scared. You would be a bald head snickerdoodle with no hair in the middle, Humpty Dump with no hair in the front, scallywag with no hair in the back, then a Hallie had with no hair on the side. Like, come on, y'all. Like the brainwash. I talk like this because I want you out of the brainwash, out of offense and out of brainwash. If you are offended by what I'm saying, you are under brainwash. It is ignorant. What are you mad for? There's nothing to be mad about. We're talking about hair, sis. We're talking about hair, sis. We get a special press. Does getting so close to the roots burn your follicles? No. If so, what will cause any of these disorders? Go check the blog. When you check the blog, I go into all of the disorders because I don't really understand your question because the flat iron doesn't have anything to do with the disorders that we just brought up. So I don't really understand your question. I found it rather weird that God would send women with curly hair to hell for straightening their hair when he grew their hair like that blown out. Like I just don't think black women understand how ignorant they sound to the rest of the world when they say that because we're not the only ones with curly hair. So when black women say stuff like that, other people be looking like y'all are crazy because all of their hair is curly, all of them straighten their hair, and none of them believe that they going to hell because they straighten their hair. It's freaking insane. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. But I'm gonna let you guys go on with your questions. I just wanted us to have this video. I wanted us to have this chat today because I really, really wanted you guys to see this Hairshaft disorder for yourself. And now, as you can see on this blog post, we have so much more information for you to get into, right? If you want to know the how to's and the what you're supposed to do, then they're over here. And we go really, really deep into leave-in conditioner. So we can do one or two things right now, right? We could either just go straight into questions in the end, or we can go over the importance of leave-in conditioner, then questions, and then end. So let me know what you want to do. What do you want to do? Because you can always just read this on your own. I'm gonna leave this link in the description box. So you can always do this on your own, but let me know what do you want to do. Do you want to just go straight into questions and then wrap it up for the night? Or do you guys want to go over leave-in conditioner and why it's important and why you don't need to skip it? Let a player know, baby. Well, not a player because I'm not a player. I'm a one-man woman. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's going to take time for those other strands to pop back up when the hair hasn't been combed in years. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and the thing is, like, people will be like, I haven't done this in 10 years. And then you change your tactics for 15 minutes and be like, it's still the same. It's like, baby, you've been doing dusty shit for 20 years. Your hair need more than 5 minutes. It need more than 5 minutes. When will the Serenity Spice be back? Oh, you like the Serenity Spice? You want it back? I have a new blend two new blends that are being released. So I'm gonna do those first. And then we'll do it. Words of leaving. Okay, okay. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. That's what we're gonna do. You man, just listen for a minute and make it make sense. This is free. It's free 99. What the fuck? Just what are we doing? I'm gonna debunk. For what? Okay, you debunk me, and then what happens? What happens now? Does your credit score go up? Or what? Because the video that's going up either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I'm gonna be talking and I'm just gonna be putting it on the screen. Like I don't care what anybody says. I get too many results. There are too many women growing back bald spots. There are too many women reversing CCCA. There are too many women reversing hair follicle disorders that their dermatologist told them would always be the case, that they would never grow hair back just from stopping doing the things that everybody says you have to do. So let my dog out. And then, hold on, Flash. Where are you going? Flash, come on. I love you. Here. Go here. I love you so much. I love you. Don't feel as bad. He was just over there looking at me like, can I go? Mama, can I please go? Can I get the hell out of here? What was I supposed to be doing? Leave-in conditioners. Okay. I'm gonna take myself off the screen really quick so you can see this good. So across social media, it's been like, oh my God, you don't need leave-in conditioners. And I remember when that was first a thing, like so many years ago, I hated it so much. I hated it so much. I hated it so much, guys. I hated it. Oh my God. Seriously, I hated it so much. So today, let's talk about leave-in conditioner. So again, when this video is over, make sure you check the link in the description box below. Head over to the blog. I'll put it in there in a second and read this for yourself. All right. And then after you read it, like go ahead, write down all of the scientific words that I put in, research it for yourself. Tell them to debunk these nuts. You can research it for yourself. All right. Leave-in conditioner can play a significant role in preventing hydro fatigue during the heat styling process, particularly blowout, by providing a protective barrier and moisture balance to the hair. Here is how. Now, in the video that I'm going to leave in the description box below, I taught you guys the difference between moisture and hydration because there is a very big difference between between moisture and hydration. Moisture is for the cuticle of the hair shaft, whereas hydration is for the cortex of the hair shaft. In the next video that I do later on this week, I'm gonna break it down in detail. If it's already out by the time you're listening to this, check the link in the description box, baby. Okay, so let's get back to it. Moisture sealant. These are the properties of a leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioner often contains ingredients like silicones, oils, or polymers that coat the hair shaft, forming a protective barrier. Now, pause really quick. In this case, people will be confused. Like, I thought oils and butters don't belong in the hair. Now, when you are looking at a conditioner, right, that is being made, um, I'll check back in the chat when I get done talking. If y'all want me to pop up the video on the screen that shows you how a conditioner is made so you can understand what I'm saying, then I will do that, right? But when it comes to a leave-in conditioner, right, the amount of oil that they put in is not even half of the smallest bottle of almond oil that you have ever purchased. Even the smallest bottle of almond oil is not the amount of oil in your bottle of leave-in conditioner. It is literally droplets. Okay. So I want you to understand that the majority of leave-in conditioners just have safe polymers, right? That are forming a protective barrier on the hair shaft. Now, understand that it is a chemist's job to understand how to work with polymers. So leave-in conditioners are formulated to be able to create a layer on top of the hair shaft, but a microscopic layer that is not like weighing the hair down and it's not too much, right? So much that it will cause contact or a certain heat reaction whenever heat is applied. Okay. So the barrier helps seal in moisture and prevent rapid evaporation during styling. By locking in moisture, leave-in conditioners reduce the extent of swelling and contraction of the hair fibers caused by the combination of heat and moisture. You guys. So when everybody was like, "Oh, we don't need leave-in conditioners. You don't need this." This is why it's so hard to style your hair because all of the things that we use to make things easier, you guys have been made to believe. Thank you, baby. You guys have been made to believe that all of those things are wrong. That all of those things are the devil. So by you deducting all of these things, you end up doing way more harm than good. Okay, heat protection. Most leave-in conditioners also contain heat protective ingredients, such as silicones or proteins that help shield the hair from the damaging effects of heat styling tools like blow dryers or flat irons. This is why when you watch a video of somebody doing a silk press, the only thing that you see us adding good ones, the only thing you see us do shampoo, conditioner, spray, leave-in conditioner, for that barrier for the heat protected for the blow dryer, and then we flat iron using a spray on thermal heat protected for the flat iron. That's it and that's all, right? Okay, so when it comes to this, it is really, really important again by reducing friction and minimizing tangling. Leave-in conditioners make it easier to style the hair with heat tools, reducing the need for excessive pulling or brushing the hair. And this also contributes to hydro fatigue. The hair is wet for a shorter period of time. The hair is protected and able to be combed. Leave-in conditioners are the thing that we use after you condition your hair. People say like, "Oh, well, I don't need a leave-in conditioner because I use a conditioner." A leave-in conditioner and a conditioner are two completely different products. They're two completely different products. They have two completely different ingredient lists. Everything about them is different. All right. Lastly, number 4, moisture balance. Leave-in conditioners can help maintain the hair's moisture balance, ensuring that it remains hydrated and flexible during heat styling. Properly moisturized hair is less prone to excessive swelling and contraction, reducing the risk of damage and breakage. Now, when we're talking about leave-in conditioners and when we're talking about straightening the hair, if you skip your leave-in conditioner, oh baby, most likely your hair is going to revert back. You know why? Because the leave-in conditioner acts as a polymer. That moisturizer prevents you from losing the hydration that lives in the cortex because hydration and moisture are two completely different things. If your hair is always reverting back, it is because your hair was not properly moisturized and prepared with a leave-in conditioner first to prevent the cuticle from opening, allowing the hydration that is inside of the cortex that cause your hair to revert back. It is the science of the human body, and it is the science of a suppress. And this is the reason why my clients' hair never reverted back. Not because, oh, I'm just this great hairstylist, which I am, but I understand the science of the human body, right? It's just as simple as that. So these are things that I really, really want you guys to think about. All right. Here are some reviews. Make sure you guys head over to the blog so you can check it out. All right. We have so many different reviews from inside the 7 day challenge, so many reviews for the apothecary because this is a thing that is working from the inside out. Okay. From the inside out, not the outside in. So, again, let me know if you guys have any questions before we head on up out of here, right? Because I really just wanted to go over that for you guys, just so you'll really, really understand the importance of leave-in conditioning. Because at the end of the day, it's something that has been made so freaking complicated, like so complicated for no reason. Okay, got it. Thought it was only long hair. I missed it. What was we talking about? Mhm, mhm. That's what I'm saying. Wake up, players. Stop being mad at me because you're still taking a nap and wake up, bro. But you put rice, berries, listen, and wood, clay, oil, and listen, that's it. What do you think about what need to do? I have a video on it. I'll leave it in the description box. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I promise y'all think of something that y'all think is a new thing. Like, oh, my friend said she gonna try this. Like, type it in. Like right now, type in minoxidil, and then type in minoxidil, and then sit down. And I promise you, the video is gonna. Pop up. I literally made a video about everything, trying to prevent people from doing it. It's just need a darn so know the cause. Yep, say that. They know how to extract the properties of those oils. Yes, yes, thank you. So when you see a product that says with coconut oil, it's not the same coconut oil that you're using. A chemist knows like all of those properties that you read, oh, with antioxidant properties and all of that. The chemist knows how to extract only those properties. He knows how to go in, or she or he knows how to go in and extract only those properties that they want and leave the things that they don't want behind. When you put it in your hair, oh, crap. When you put it in your hair straight out the bottle, all of the properties are delivered with you at one time, good and bad. It's hard not to think. Wait, it's hard not to think I need to reapply it every time I style it. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you? But that's brainwash. The fact that you think that every time you do your hair, you got to reapply product. Where did it go? If you layered 3 layers of product on your hair last night, or to style your hair, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't evaporate. These are thick polymers. They did not evaporate. They didn't go anywhere. They're still sitting on your hair shaft. I use leave-in conditioners when I practice blow drying my mannequin's hair with a round brush. Yes, I order chaga mushrooms to control my overactive. Ooh, I hope it's working good for you. New stuff. Welcome to the family. I'm happy to have you. What can a guy do to change his routine from being natural that had a man bun? Bro. Listen, bro. Bro, stop listening to these women. Bro, you listen. If there's anybody that women need to take care advice from is men, bro. All I need you to do with your man boo is get you some shampoo and some conditioner based on your porosity. Let me know if you need me how to show you to find your porosity. I'll show you in a second, right? Get you a shampoo and conditioner, and then get a blow dryer and blow dry your hair. And then do your man bun. I always bring up my favorite rapper, Big Sean. Big Sean hair longer than most of the chicks in the chat. He go to a hairstylist. She wash his hair, condition his hairspray. Oh, she puts leave-in conditioner in your hair. She puts leave-in conditioner in his hair, blow dries it, and calls it a day. That's what it is. That's what you need to do. There's nothing else. If you're doing a man bun, you don't even need to style it, bro. You can literally shampoo your hair, blow dry it, shampoo your hair, condition it, put a leave-in conditioner in your hair, blow dry your hair, and then do your man bun or get some braids. And the thing is, don't get mad at me when I say this. It ain't no difference from a man bun and a girl bun. A man bun is gonna cause breakage, and a girl bun is gonna cause breakage. Most of the time, a man bun is right here at the top of your head. Whether you got X, Y chromosomes or whatever the other chromosomes is, no matter what's going on, a top knot bun is going to cause lines of demarcation and breakage. No matter what. As a man, I don't male or female, you should not have a bun all the time. Like, bro, you need to have a bun as a placeholder a couple of days out of the week. In the world. A couple of days out of the week, maybe that you don't mind like wearing your hair or something like that. Like then you do that. Like that's what you do. But other than that, you do not need to do things like that. You just keep it super simplistic. Example, I can use the camera roll. Okay, well, no, because I don't like. I mean, if you want to, you can, but don't. I don't. You use that by your on your own stuff. Don't be promoting that over here. I love you, but I'm not reading that on the screen because then people gonna be clipping my stuff like, "Ooh, Steven recommended cameo rolls." I did no such thing. Here we go. Cameo. What in the hell is that? I gotta get my husband because that is weird, and I don't know what you're saying, and they keep saying random stuff to me, and I don't like it. Natural hair product market is hitting the Powerball. They win, and sadly, by the time, listen, if ever spread the damage is devastating. Listen, they've never had science to support anything. And now the only thing that they do, they'll be like, I'm about to debunk science. Let me look at this. Look at this article that this other scientist wrote. They said the opposite of what Sendau, the scientist, said. It's dumb. It's dumb. You can't debunk one scientist by showing the research of another scientist. Baby, it don't work like it doesn't work like that. You can think whatever you want to think emotionally about me. I have my stop it, stop it. No, you can think whatever you want to think about me. I have my degrees and certifications to back everything that I say. I don't care. Like all of my friends that are dermatologists or the other friends that I have that I've been in school to hold the degrees that I have, they all think it's funny. Sometimes they watch my videos and they'll like comment laughing. Like, girl, I could never. Girl, why do you even care? Because it's deeper than here for me. How's everybody doing? Oh my God, that sounds weird. How does that sound? It's everywhere. I don't like this. sounds like I'm echoing. What about this one? I don't like that either. Oh my god. This one says concert. Let's just oh my g oh my god, let's just do original. Let's just do this one. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. I was just saying, girl. That's all I wanted today, guys. I just wanted to go over this last little portion of these hair shaft disorders, right? Just so you guys can get a really, really good mental picture of the things that I've been talking about. I want you guys to get in a place to where even when you see people make videos about me or say things about me, get to a place where you don't even find it necessary to comment or defend me. I love you guys, but I don't need it. I want us to focus on other things. Like when you see people that are who debunking and oh, this versus this and all of that. Like, just let it be. Like, or don't. Like, go in it, fester in it, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Fester in it. It's okay. But get to a place where you're not that pressed about it. Get to a place where it's not a big deal. Get to a place where people can say whatever they want to say because the thing is, the most beautiful part to me, right? About human beings is the fact that we can all have different opinions, we can all have different views, we can all have different areas of study and different areas of expertise. And with my area of study and with my area of expertise, it makes me like super repellent to certain ways and patterns that people have. And it's very unfortunate because a lot of times the more you talk against or excuse me in opposition to the majority, you're attacked. It is, and it's just as simple as that. And it's not a big deal because every time, period. Oh my God. Every single time throughout history, the people who were saying, no, don't do that, were called names and everybody was pointing fingers at them. And then afterwards, they'd be like, oh my God, you were so right. I'm sorry. So just don't let it be you. Research for yourself. Stop being a Sims member. Okay? Stop being a part of people's like little imagination. Okay. Oh, I got the cord plugged up wrong. So you probably can't hear me. We're about to go, guys. Hold on. I didn't plug it up right. Hold on, guys. That's it. And I and I didn't have the power cord plugged in. That's what happened. Give me a two if you can hear me okay. My bad. My bad, player. Give me a two if you can hear me okay. My bad, player. If the listen, you asked me this question before. I love you so much. Detangling spray has water in it. You only detangle your hair when it is wet, when it is dry. No, detangling spray is another ploy to get money. You only detangle hair when it is dry. Detangling spray has water in it. Your hair is wet when you spray it with detangling spray, which means that you break the hydrogen bond in the hair, making your hair weaken. No, just use oil. You don't need a specific detangling spray. You could get some cheap almond oil from off of Amazon, put a little bit of it in your hands, detangle your hair, and call it a day. Right, that's right. My hair just started growing back. I was wondering what the best way is to wash the scalp and keep it healthy. Info is priceless. Thank you. So again, I want y'all to stop overcomplicating stuff. Shampooing your hair, and I'm not being rude, you my sister. Shampooing your hair is as simple as washing your ass. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. Oh my God. They make it so complicated online. They literally spent almost zero to no time in cosmetology school talking about shampoo. So the amount of time that black women spend shampooing their hair and talking about shampoo and conditioner is one of the craziest things that I have ever seen. Because we what? To shampoo your hair, I swear to God, baby, get under some hot water. Obviously not so hot that you're gonna burn your ass. Just as hot as you can take it. Get your hair soaking wet. We will always let the water run for at least 2 minutes in the shower. All right, get the hair completely saturated, the hydrogen bonds completely broken. Then shampoo your hair. Oh my God, just take a little bit of shampoo, put it in your hand, about a quarter size. Yeah, about a quarter or nickel size. Shampoo, do about 3 times, rinse it out, put the conditioner in, rinse the conditioner out with cold water, and then you are done. Oh my God, it's more complicated to wash your ass than it is to wash your hair. I swear to God. That's the brainwash I want y'all out of. I want y'all to hear yourselves and hear the way that we think stuff is complicated. Washing your hair and brushing your teeth and washing your butt are all in the same category. All at the same time. I'm going to watch the monocular video you made. I forgot why I asked you to do. Oh, you can hear me. You can hear me. Okay. I love my walnut oil, but I barely get to use it. Yeah, because you don't need it. The hair, and even with oil pulling, when I teach people scientific brushing, they automatically think, "Oh, I gotta use oil." You only use products when they're needed. A leave-in conditioner is needed when you're using a blow dryer, or is needed with anything, because it's your protection from a blow dryer, it's your protection from environmental pollution, it's your protection to UV radiation, and so many other things. So a leave-in conditioner is needed. But oil is not always needed. The only time you need oil in any way, shape, or form during scientific brushing is if you run into a tangle. If you don't run into a tangle, oil pulling is pulling the natural oil that's coming out of your scalp. Oil pulling does not mean adding extra oil to the hair, and it is a fact. I don't care who says anything is different. In my challenge, there are more women that I can count that are waking up in complete and total, like, what? In complete and total disbelief to the fact that they have like a crap load of sebum coming out of their scalp when they thought that their scalps were completely dry. Shampooing should not be too, it's not complicated at all in any way, shape, or form. I use walnut to oil pull. Yeah. My favorite oil to oil pull when I need it right? When I mean it, is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil is the hit. Okay, so that is it. Do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to ask questions, and if not, I'm gonna go eat my chicken. So let me know. Let me know because I'm gonna go eat my chicken. It's should not bought me this shit. Okay. I'm just saying. I shampoo and condition, and sometimes I still see dry flakes on the scalp in some areas. I'm not shampooing good enough. Love. There's a natural skin cell turnover cycle that happens every 28 days. Every 28 days, the skin cells on your scalp, they die off and they make their way up for new cells to be off. Y'all, why do y'all think that the natural systems and patterns that happen on your body isn't supposed to happen? Isn't it a certain time of the month that you'll notice that your face starts to peel? Maybe your skin is a little dry at a certain time of the month. Or it'll also be a certain time of the month you just notice like your skin just in other places is just flaky. Most likely that's your skin cell turnover. You know how the heels of our feet, you got to scrub them all the time in the shower because if you don't, it'll get really thick. That is because your whole body has skin cell turnover, including the bottom of your feet. But we deduct that from our scalp. There's nothing wrong when you shampoo your hair. Most likely, that's just you're just in your skin cell turnover week. Start taking notes. Saying this sounded like I want to be gangster grandma. Thank you. I appreciate you for being direct. Really needed that clarification. I learned more from you the past 2 days than I learned in a whole lifetime. That makes me happy. And I appreciate you. And I always want you to remember, I need you to go double, triple check for yourself, right? And anytime that you go research anything that I say, you type it in Google, right? Just type in anything that I say on Google and then put in .webmd or .edu or yeah, or .webmd or .gov or .webmd or .md or .edu, and that's going to give you a whole nother internet, that's going to give you the internet that the scientists are on. The scientists are not on the form of internet that you search something about dry hair and it tell you about shea moisture. Most dermatologists don't even know what the hell shea moisture is. Just when I thought I was getting notifications for your live, YouTube stopped sending them. Always too late. I'm sorry, dude. I use hemp seed oil. I love it. I love hemp seed oil, but I don't put it on my scalp and I don't sleep in it. And I won't sleep in it. I don't sit it there for years. I use it for a very specific thing and then I wash it out. I rush it out. I rush it. I wash it out. I rush it out. Thank you, Stan. Good night. Love you, Boo. I brush it out. I rush it. You need to rush it out. I hope you had a great night, Stan. I did. I do. I'm about to leave too, girl. My chicken. I keep fucking on my chicken over my chicken. I just watched a woman have to do a big chop because she took no oils, no butters too far, following some stylist detox plan. Only the shampoo, no conditioner. Listen to me. And you're gonna see more of it. And what I want you to do, what I need y'all to do in the meantime, I want y'all to start paying attention to all of the hit dogs that's hollering. I need you to pay attention to all of them. Write it down, pay attention. And by the end of this year, and by the beginning of 2025, I want you to look back at that fucking list and I want you to go back to all of their channels and see where they are. See what tune they're singing now. There's not one thing that I have spoken out on my channel that has not come to pass. Rice water, apple cider vinegar, all of it, all of the above. All of the above. All of the above. Before everybody started putting herbs in their hair, I told y'all that was going to be the next thing that they were doing. And I said that in 2023. The videos are still here. I love YouTube. Oh my God, I love YouTube because I can say what I want to say and I can walk away. Because time is an illusion. I can say what I want to say and I can walk away. And then when the bowl comes back around, we can just pull it up and I can be like, remember that? Because nobody has accountability. After people say the things that they want to say, whenever the ship has, they be like, people mess up, people make mistakes. I didn't mean that. I don't even want to make content like this anymore. Oh my God. What are we doing? Not to mention, it was the curly hairstyle. Wait, hold on. You just watched a woman have a big chop because she took no oils and butters too far, following some stylist detox plan. And not to mention, the person who did this was a stylist. Like I said at the beginning of this live, that whole, oh, she was trained by a team natural stylist, that means nothing. You know what that means? That means that it was one chick that made stuff up that went viral. And because she went viral, everybody wanted to jump on her bandwagon. So she said, come through. Come through for a small little fee, baby. You can learn it too. And it went viral when people started taking off. Because y'all started following social media people so much that y'all wanted to see those people in real life in front of you. And that's what happened. And that's not what you have in front of you. There's a difference. We will be having a tincture on moringa with moringa coming really, really soon. But not yet. But soon. That's a really good suggestion. You are so intelligent. So are you. That's why I'm leaving all of the information for y'all to go search yourselves. Because when y'all start looking at this stuff on your own, y'all gonna be like, ain't this some shit? It's the type of thing that make you mad. It's the same feeling. It's gonna be the same feeling that I got when I first read the parts of the Bible that they keep taking out. The parts of the Bible that they re-edited. The original books that they got it from. That feeling that you, when you read that original text, you like, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a monkey's uncle? It's the same feeling. That's why they say ignorance is bliss, baby. Being dumb or not knowing what you're supposed to know about a situation is so, oh my God, it's so blissful. Because you hold no accountability. You like, all I gotta do is use this. But if you have the knowledge of the human body, then you have accountability and you understand that if you are not in co-creation with your body, nothing's gonna go right. I thought they were all about oils and butter. You thought what was all about oils and butter? People keep talking black girls instructions way too far. It's so ignorant. Black women are not the only women with curly hair. The majority of the planet has curly hair. Do y'all understand that people with straight hair are in the minority? You're not in the minority with curly hair. And I think that's the most effed up part. Y'all really think that y'all are a minority. You are a minority with your skin. You're not a minority with your curly hair. You're not. Your hair is just the curliest as a black woman. Find your sovereignty and your divinity somewhere else. Find it in what lies in your mind, not what's sitting on top of your head. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's where you find your strength and your divinity in what you see when you look in the mirror. What happens if your hair falls out? What happens if something happens and you cut your hair shorter? It's ignorance. It's ignorant. You are so free that you choose chains. You choose chains. You choose. Black women, y'all put chains on yourselves. And then you try to hold your sisters in bondage with you. Everybody don't have to be in bondage with you. Some people are free. For real. For real. I'm not Christian, so I can't speak to what's the best Bible to get because I'm not Christian. I follow sin because I didn't believe, but I have healthy, striving hair. 2 days is what it took. Swear on me, on mine. She said she listens now because this beauty here just said if y'all are late, she's one of the people. She never disrespected me ever. Clearly. As you can see, she never disrespected me. She's a channel member. I love her. And a moderator. She's the boo. But she's being real with y'all, saying I was one of the people who didn't believe. I was one of the people who used to do the team natural stuff too. I was one of the people who used to do the team natural too. 2 days. These are not my words. These are her words. 2 days is all it took for her to change her habits around. 2 days. 2 days. Like, I'm not about to defend myself for what? My work speaks for me. Every tree bears its own fruit. My tree bears its own fruit. Listen, either get with it or get lost. It is what it is. Look at the science. It's all just deep dive into it. Just dive into it, girl. Don't be saying that, girl, from the D, girl. I don't need you in Chicago. Y'all don't need me in Chicago. Y'all more ghetto than me out there, girl. Anybody coming out there, no shit. Anybody coming out to Chicago, girl. If I ain't going back to the D where they give money around on them things, girl, anybody coming out to Chicago, girl. You trying to get me shot. Or am I? Or am I? Or am I? Y'all not about to get me. Yeah, me too. I was brainwashed and backtracked to seeing I'm staying for life. I will never see a single strand knot again. Listen, we're not doing it because it's over. Single strand knots is something that people made up. And now we're past it and it's over with. Okay, we're never going back. We're not about to keep sidetracking and going back and forth and arguing about it. We don't have to argue about what's a fact and what's not a fact. We don't have to do any of that. None of it do we have to do. Again, I'm just going to put it on the screen because this is your homework. What are we talking about? We don't have to. Oh, Sam doesn't know what she's talking about. Don't worry about it. This is from. Oh, excuse me. This is one of. This is a printout of different hair shaft disorders. This is not the same one that I followed when I was learning, but it looks very similar. Again, take screenshots. These hair shaft disorders, research them for yourself. And when you research certain things for yourself, what I want you to do, we all know what happens when you use heat wrong. We know what happens with heat damage. That's what everybody's afraid of. So I want you to type in all of these hair shaft disorders on the way that I told you how to search them on medical journals, right? And then after you type in every hair shaft disorder that you see before you, the next thing that I want, the question that I need you to ask after it, what are the causes of these hair shaft disorders that do not include using heat or chemicals? Because you've used neither heat or chemicals. So screenshot these hair shaft disorders, research all of them on your own. Like, even if you got to do one a day, just do one a day. Get a notebook and write each hair shaft disorder down one a day. You don't even have to take it like, oh, well, to prove seeing wrong or to prove other people. No, just learn hair shaft disorders. What are they? And what are the causes? What are the causes of these hair shaft disorders that do not include heat styling and do not include chemicals? Because you use neither one. And I can guarantee you, everything that you're going to see, all of the causes are going to all reflect the different practices that you have in Team Natural. Point blank, period. I don't care what anybody says. Trichorrheis Nodosa is right here. You guys call them fairy knots and single strand knots because that's what people made up. That's what some of these this is what some of these hair shaft disorders look like under an electron microscope. This is a healthy one. Most people think when they go in to see a licensed cosmetologist that this is how their hair shaft looks, but in reality, it's been covered with products, but it really looks like this. Or covered with products detox, and it really looks like this. Covered with product detox, and it really looks like this. Covered with products detox like this. Or like this. These are things that I really want everybody to take into consideration. My favorite leave-in conditioner, and as you can see, on their website, it clearly states that it has heat protection for up to 450 degrees. Yeah. These are things that I want you guys to think about. Do this research for yourself. And you don't have to believe me or not believe me. Do the research for yourself and show your own self-approve, baby. Like, I don't need you to follow me. I don't need no followers. I don't need no sheep. Bah, bah. I don't need any sheep.
Hello, can you tell me where to go? Can you please just tell me how to comb my hair? Oh, hell, we love you. Oh.
I don't feel like that. It is not something that I desire. It is not something that I want. I do not want a bunch of followers. I want a bunch of leaders that know what to do, that know how to turn this upside down on its head. Period. Like, I don't want followers. That's not, I don't want it. It's annoying. Oh, sorry. You thought what was going on. I'm so glad you always tell us to do our own research. She's now learning. If she would have done her own research, that's what I'm saying. Research for yourself. Like, I don't like, we don't have to go back and forth. We do not have to go back and forth in any way, shape, or form. Like, we don't. You can just research it for yourself. And then you can research with the State Board of Cosmetology that Trichorrheis Nodosa is a real life hair shaft disorder. You can check with the State Board of Cosmetology and check that Trichorrheis Nodosa is a real life hair shaft disorder. Hydrofatigue is a real life hair shaft disorder. You do not have to take my word for it. What are we talking about? Trichology is respected by the State Board of Dermatology. What are you talking about? Go research it for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm not breaking up. I can barely pronounce the word. How the hell am I making it up? Wanted to prove her wrong so bad. Ended up learning the truth and gaining a little sis. Now we go together. You was trying to talk that stuff. Now we go together. And ain't never breaking up. Ain't never breaking up. I will. Uh-huh. Huh? Yeah, I'm about to be done in a minute. That's why mommy got chicken. We kept looking at how much hair we would lose washing hair, like bob bigger in here. So what am I doing wrong? Exactly. They can't see you. You can come. Look, you can come look. Sorry, I'm just covering because I don't want y'all to see my baby. Look, come right here. So you can look at the screen. Oh, okay. I was about to say because I don't want them all. We kept looking for how much hair they would lose watching hair. Like my ball bigger than hers. What am I doing wrong? And I'm talking. It has been. My daughter be laughing, but I'm like, mommy's on the wrong planet. We're on the wrong planet. I don't know, but we're on the Dingleberry planet because everybody's like, oh my God, look at her hair ball. Her hair ball is bigger than mine. What am I? It's like, oh my God. First of all of y'all wrong because none of y'all should be having hair balls. You need your own talk show. This is my talk show. This is Cynple Land. My daughter said, I thought you had a podcast. Don't you got a podcast? Mommy doesn't post on it as much as post. Me and my daughter love you. Well, me and my daughter love you. Say it. Say, we love you too. Look, you gotta put your hand. Okay, there she is. What was that? Oh, you gotta say bye to everybody, but you gotta put the headphones on in a little funny voice. Come on, they not gonna hear you. Just Bill. It's only 36 people. We about to leave. They're not gonna see you. It's gonna be a random. Okay, whatever. My daughter. I don't know who the hell she thinks she's talking. You are having so much fun with those sound effects, and I love it.
I'm having so much fun. You don't even understand. You just don't. And I was really waiting for a grandchild to come in here and start talking shit because I was gonna have the monster voice on.
Like this. Like, how about you shut your little bald head ass up? How about that? Huh? How about you go back over there to the little funky channel that sent you over here in the first place with the bullshit? Because I don't have time. It's Big Pimpin' over here spinning the cheese.
Okay, a little plan. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like what happened if someone gets Billy Go? Are they no longer Nubian kids? That's what I'm saying. It's so special. It's so special. Like what happens then? And my baby cousin has Viliago. So that's why it's even dumber. Like, why would what is wrong with people? I thought a storm had been coming in the I don't know, it could be. Hey, don't believe everything you see on the news. This is like our monsoon season, or like this is Vegas not winter, but like spring, like it's just windy and stuff. It ain't. We ain't having no storms. It barely rains here. When it does, we be like standing outside with my mouth open wide. I wanted to know why you said Olaplex isn't for silk presses. Do you mean is it intended for, or should we not be using it? I mean, they didn't make it for silk presses. Olaplex, they didn't make it for a silk press. You can use it if that's what you want to do, but it wasn't made for a silk press. It's a molecule. I mean, you can use it if that's what you want to do, but I don't. Everybody has hair. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Nobody does that. Nobody does stupid stuff to their hair, but but y'all, because I'm not.
It ain't no us. That's y'all by yourself. I don't got nothing to do with that.
Okay, I love Kimberly. Me too. Proof of your passion. Yes, I'm being childish today. It's the first time that I used it. My husband put it together for me today. So
If you don't like it, suck it up and beat it, player.
okay. Anyway, so okay. See, think she crashed landed on the wrong planet. I don't think I know. I know I am on the wrong planet. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact. Thank you very much. But thank you for pointing it out. Because I am definitely on the wrong planet. And I really will be so glad when my spaceship comes back and picks me up. Because y'all be getting on my nerves. Okay? And this is not the planet that I know for a fact I'm on the wrong planet. I know for a fact it's nothing. Nothing. And I just be want to smack myself. Just a full smack. Ooh, I'm telling you, like, he spit out. I'm over here doing Olaplex treatment before putting it on my story on my birthday, which I'm only keeping it for 5 weeks. That's what I'm talking about. That's when we're supposed to have Olaplex, right? You'll have Olaplex in your hair right before right before you get ready to do like protective styles, like a weave or braids. It's like to reinforce the bonds in your hair, right? And you know what's crazy? Like I'm so mad because I was kind of hoping that somebody grandkids was gonna be in here. I was because I had a button. I don't know where the button is now, so we just gonna look at it later. It's not. It don't matter. I'm not gonna push it. Not that one. That wasn't it. That one. It was that one. When somebody talks shit, I was gonna be like, "Ooh, who be eating your cereal? Somebody's gangster. Somebody's a gangster today." Ooh, shots fired. But we didn't have any grandkids today, so maybe next time. You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Acting like this. I tell you that all the time.
Why am I acting like this?
Yes, I tell you that all the time.
Whatever. My daughter's a hater.
No, it's true.
My daughter is a hater. You hear?
My daughter's a hater.
Obviously not on the hateration that you on. Obviously not the hateration that you on, Bill. I got my uterus cut open for you. And this is what I get? Whatever. This is why I'll be letting you and your brother in, because y'all be hating. But your voice is enough. That deep voice is hilarious. See, Bill, she thinks I'm funny. She thinks
That the deep voice is hilarious. And you better watch yourself. You ain't embarrassed nothing. You wouldn't be embarrassed if you wasn't in here. No, now I know that you're doing that all the time. They can hear you. I know. You better watch it. Talk about somebody annoying you about to get popped.
Man. I definitely get it on seeing a spaceship. Don't leave me. You can come, but y'all can't tell none of the people our locations. And if your mama and your grandma and your brothers and them is dusty, they cannot know your location, or you will get thrown off the ship. Oh, did you hear my daughter? Did you hear her? Hold on. What'd you say?
Just bring the people that actually know how to wash their hair.
One more time.
Just bring the people that actually know how to wash their hair.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Y'all just had a 12-year-old tell y'all
Not to bring y'all funky asses on the ship unless you wash your hair. Oh my God. Your dimples are so beautiful. Hi, son. Oh, that's the dog. Grandkids, no. I don't have a grandkid button. But I don't want to use the little kid voice for the grandkid button. I'm gonna make one. You are having too much fun. But baby, that's why. Yeah. My husband bought it for me because he said that he feels like I'll be less irritated when I go live if I have this, but I wasn't able to use it because there was no grandkids here today. So now, unfortunately, y'all just gotta watch me be childish. But I was ready. I was gonna be like, shut your ass up. But you know, nobody was here, so. Listen, when the UFO comes, hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up, baby. I'm using Olaplex to fix this team. Natural damage I've got going on because I'm not about to do no big chop. Nope. These foot ends better bind themselves back together. So
Don't get mad at me, but that's not gonna happen, okay? The way that it works, whenever the ends break, they're broken.
forever. Right? They don't join back together. All jokes aside, your hair shaft is not like your skin where it's damaged. Like if you cut yourself, it'll heal up and you'll just have a scar. Your hair doesn't work like that. Your hair and your nails are made of the same fiber. So it's the same way. If you broke your nail, then you got a little crack in your nail. It don't matter how much glue you put on it. It'll be good for a minute, but then the glue will wear off and then the nail gonna be more broke than it was the first time. Don't get mad at me, but there is no amount of Olaplex that you can use that can see. There is no amount of Olaplex that you can use that will not have you distracted me, made me forget what I was saying with your head. Oh, there's no amount of Olaplex that you can use that is gonna bind those split ends back up together. So you need to cut those because they're gonna keep splitting up the hair shaft till they get Flash. What is going on? They're gonna keep splitting up the hair shaft. It's time to go, y'all. It's gonna keep splitting up the hair shaft until it reaches the follicle, and then you run into different follicle disorders. Sorry, not gonna happen. I learned the hard way. One of my late half brothers had dimples. I forget that I have dimples sometimes. They
Are really cute. And I know you're not supposed to say that you're cute. You're supposed to wait for other people to say I'm fucking cute.
But technically, I did wait for somebody else to say it, but I just agree with you. I know that you were gonna say that I'm reluctantly doing a big chop and doing the 7-day challenge. My hair is damaged, and it's okay. Hair is not like your ovaries. Like when you cut it off, hair will grow back. Like it's not that deep. It's really not. But if you hold on to it too much and then it begins to split up to the what you call that thing, up to the follicle, then that's when you run into some irreversible damage. Make another video like you did when you were talking about people having weave in their hair without washing it. Please, that was so funny. I don't even remember. That's how you know I need to grow up because I don't even remember. I really don't even know what you're talking about. And that's how you know I need to grow up. I told my daughter that I was gonna grow up one day, like at least before she's 30. At least before she's 30.
You, Cynthia, watch it. Watch it. What'd you say? You never told me that. You are gonna get put out. Because when
Mommy's on live, if whatever I say it is what I said. How many times have you had your uterus cut open? Huh? How many times? 0. Exactly. I'm the one who had my uterus cut open. So you, girl, this little girl, it's time to go. Because this is why I don't let my kids in the room when I'm on live. Because she's showing off. She thinks just because she got a whole bunch of subscribers that she could just be talking stuff. I refuse to grow up. Make me do it. I dare you. Like, grow up for what? Like, growing up is bull. It is the biggest scam ever. You don't have to grow up. You have to be responsible. You have to take care of your children so you don't go to jail. And you have to pay bills. You have to become responsible. You do not
have to grow up. That is a lie. It is a lie. You do not have to grow up. You can stay childish as long as you want. And anybody who tells you different
is a hate. It's just as simple as that. You don't have to grow up.
for what? No, I didn't. I didn't grow up at all, Mom. No, I didn't, Mom. And you didn't. You don't sound like you grew up either. Don't worry, y'all. I already know. I'm just trimming a little bit at a time. It's okay, boo. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go eat some chicken. I don't think we have any other things to do. I'll see you guys next time. Hold on. What happened? What happened? I work at a daycare. Kids keep you young at heart. Well, let me say this. I don't know.
Working around children would keep me young at heart. I think that working with
The children would make me lose my everlasting shit.
okay, because the two that I have here at my house, Jesus, I'm just I'm joking. You are the love of my life. But that is, what in the world was that? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm about to go, y'all. Like this is what I'm talking about. I work in a daycare. Kids keep you young at heart. My son just scared the shit out of me. And for what we about to go, but for whatever reason, this man constantly wants to be scaring people. The last time I'm okay. The last time he did that, he was in the closet, right? And so we keep the what you call it, the vacuum cleaner in the closet. So I went to push the vacuum cleaner in the door, and it wouldn't close. I thought it was weird, and I went to close the door, and then I keep telling my son, your mama is from Detroit, and one day you gonna pop out of that closet, and I'm gonna punch you. Come here. I'm so sick of this man. Look in the camera. I'm sick of this man jumping out on me. He was just under the bed, and I thought I heard. And dudes, okay, go, y'all get out. Both of y'all get out so I can close off. Get out. Get out. Take your dog. Flash, you get out too. No, Flash, get out. I'm so sick of that man. I'm sick of that man. I'm sick of that man. Yes, that man. I'm sick of that man and them kids. Okay? So, yes, kids are great, but my uterus is closed. It's shut down for business. I love y'all. Okay? Today we talked about Trichorrheis Nodosa. Okay, and I really, really hope that you guys were able to like get the best out of this video. I hope you guys were able to collect some information. I have to go play with my children because whenever I'm being a child,
I'm here with you guys. Thank you, Chalice. So
I'm gonna go play with my children. All right. I love you guys. I'm sick of that man, and I'm gonna get him back when he goes to sleep. Like my son is a child, and he needs to grow up. He's so childish, and I don't understand why my son is so childish. Like he's 11 years old. He needs to grow up. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, I love you so much. I will see you later in my next video. Make sure that if you have not done so already, you are subscribed here to my channel. And also make sure if you have not done so already, you turn those post notifications on. Give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you in our very next live broadcast. I love you guys so much. Bye.